G'day crypto mates! Welcome back to the channel, your daily dose of the hottest headlines in the crypto space. If you're keen on staying ahead of the curve and riding the next big wave, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell now to never miss an update. Today we've got 3 sizzling stories that shook the market. Bitcoin smashing through $123K, analysts pegging it for $130, $150K by year-end, and altcoins like Ether, XRP, and Dogecoin rallying as liquidity shifts. So stick around. You'll want to hear my take on all of it. Let's kick things off with a bang. Bitcoin has just soared past the mystical $123,000 mark, its new all-time high, eclipsing gold as the standout asset of 2025. In fact, Bitcoin's market cap now sits around as $2.4 trillion, higher than Amazon's, and marking it the 5th most valuable asset worldwide as of July 14, 2025. This rally hasn't come out of the blue. It's riding the momentum of Crypto Week in the U.S. Congress, where pro-crypto bills, from stablecoin frameworks to deeper market reforms, are being fast-tracked. Add to that Trump's vocal support for Bitcoin and a wave of institutional appetite riding on the back of spot ETF inflows, and you've got a perfect storm. Now, the significance? Surpassing gold isn't just symbolic, it clearly signals that Bitcoin is increasingly seen as digital gold, a safe haven and inflation hedge rolled into one. Its capped supply of 21 million coins cements that narrative. Corporates and even some municipal entities are now loading up on BTC and stockpiling reserves, the kind of momentum that underpins sustainable long-term demand. My take? This stampede through $123K is more than a flash in the pan. It's rippling across the market psyche, validating Bitcoin's narrative as a storied asset class. But with great ascent comes volatility. If legislation in Congress were to stall, we could see a shakeout. Still, for now, bullish vibes remain intact. All right, keeping the decorum downtown, let's slide into the second major wave, forward targets for Bitcoin. Next up, analysts are flipping out, calling for Bitcoin to rocket to $130,000 and even $150,000 by the end of 2025. Why the big leap? 3 key drivers. First, macro environment is just right, the so-called Goldilocks scenario, balanced liquidity, benign inflation, and central banks, neither tightening too much nor too little. That baby bearish or soft landing setup is fueling risk-on positioning. Second, institutional flow. Prediction markets like Kalshi show consensus around 128K and a 10% probability of reaching 150K. On derivatives platforms, bets are stacking heavily around 130, 150K targets by year-end. Third, historical narrative. Analysts like Tony Severino point to a bullish bull flag setup, similar to gold's breakout pattern, which often precedes big upward thrusts Cointelegraph. And veteran trader Peter Brent reckons post-halving cycles historically rally into that 130-150K range, likely by late summer or early autumn 2025. But not everyone's convinced. Some warn that with leverage back in vogue, any macro hiccup, like sudden Fed hawkishness, could trigger a sharp swing. Remember, the path to 150K might not be linear. I see it as a high-probability scenario, but not without caveats. Institutional volume storming in, macro remains benign, and technicals match. Yet traders should watch leverage and Fed cues closely, especially into Q4. Now, with Bitcoin hitting new highs and touting lofty targets, the old question, what about the altcoins? Let's talk altcoins. As Bitcoin dominance steadies, hovering around 64%, smart money is taking profits and rotating into altcoins. Ether, XRP, and Dogecoin are the first runners off the blocks. Here's the story. Ether's rallied back to 5-month highs near 3,060, XRP has seen renewed traction, and Dogecoin is seeing speculative volume tick upward. Technical guys are flagging declines in Bitcoin dominance below support levels, and flagging that as a key Altseason signal. CoinTribune notes a key Altseason index hitting turning point territory, suggesting potential 40% daily gains in some altcoins, albeit tempered by low retail participation. Meanwhile, BTG Pactual highlights that liquidity is flowing into alt-focused portfolios and smart tool wallets. Now, is it full-blown alt season? Not yet. We haven't seen a broad-based surge, but the signals are flashing green. Bitcoin. Premed, liquidity unlocking, high-cap alts rising, and valuations still look juicy. My view? If BTC holds above 120K and dominance drifts downward, we could see a serious alt rally by late July or August. But caution, participation levels still matter. If retail stalls or macro shocks recrowd in, this might be a head fake. Still, smart rotation into Ether, XRP, and Dogecoin makes sense here. So, Bitcoin smashing through 123K amid legislative tailwinds and institutional adoption, solidifying its digital gold case. Analysts forecasting 130-150K by year-end, riding the wave of favorable macro technical patterns and big bets, early signs of altcoin season as liquidity begins rotating into Ether, XRP, and Dogecoin, with more expected if BTC dominance slowly fades. Here's my final thought. We could be entering a transitional market phase. Bitcoin extends its dominance, but as profit-taking lifts altcoins, the bigger crypto renaissance might just start. It's a perfect balance of strength and rotation. What do you reckon? Could 150K BTC kickstart a broader alt sale? Will Ether blow past $5K? Or are we just in a temporary run-up before profit lockdown? Your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you see BTC touching that high-end target? Which altcoin are you all in on? Remember to like the video if you enjoyed the breakdown, subscribe, and hit the bell so you're notified the moment the next crypto headlines drop. Cheers for watching.